Hello there guys. So this video is supposed to be a call recording, but the microphone that we use for doing our recording of call for talking was not appropriate, and that is why our voice was not clear, and that is why I'm making this video a whole another time. I'm recording the whole thing that was already discussed. Okay, so let me just start. So basically, in the starting part, I asked him what do you know about meditation, what thoughts you have about meditation, so that I can get to know what general people think about meditation, so I can talk with reference to that only. So he told that meditation is about clearing our mind, about not having any thoughts in our mind, about keeping our body straight, keeping our spine straight. Then I asked, why do you think one should do meditation? And then he started saying that meditation gives us control over our brain. It gives us power to control our brain and focus on one thing. It gives control to our thoughts, to our emotions. Basically this was the initial talk that we have, so that I can get to know what meditation is. As for general people, he said that it's not like we completely nullify our thoughts. The thoughts will come, but we should stop focusing on them, and we should try to stop our thoughts. He was also talking about some stuff that I told him about meditation, like the ultimate aim, the final aim of meditation, like being the observer, controlling our thoughts but not actually controlling them, just observing them. These all steps are working, but these are the theoretical part. These are something that are in just theories of meditation if you don't reach that level by practicing meditation or doing it properly. And then I started talking about meditation to him and explaining him, and I told him the exact things that are the things that I have observed, that I have noticed by myself only by doing different stuff, and I did not knew that it's called meditation when I did it. So basically the first point is that most people don't understand is there is no fixed path to do meditation. There is nothing like you can only follow this path and reach proper meditation levels. So there is no exact way. We just need to find a way that is suitable to us. There are many ways to do meditation, but one thing that is same in all kind of meditation is base thought, or what actually meditation means, the definition of meditation, and how we write it, how we understand is different. The things that I'm talking about meditation here are as per my experience, are as per the way I have known it. So this might be fast for some, or this might be slow for some. So you deal with that wisely. It is not really necessary that these things happen to you in the same amount of time, or these things happen you at the same rate as I'm talking about. It all depends upon you. Different people have different rate of getting these things. So to start meditation, the first thing that we need to do is properly sit, and the only condition that we must follow is to keep our spine straight. And this thing also have some scientific reasons why we should do it, and not only some scientific reason but many scientific reasons. Some are practical, some are theoretical. Like some consider that our consciousness reside in our spine and our brain and all this stuff. So I'm not that good in biology, but I know this much, that these have some scientific reasons also of keeping up a spine straight. I have tried many ways. I have tried by not keeping my spine straight, and I have literally felt that thoughts did not go. Like, we cannot properly do meditation, it is not possible, and the only condition that we must follow is keeping our spine straight. Except that we can take any position, not necessarily Padmasana, or that we can even do in Savasana. It's not really necessary to have Padmasana or to sit straight or to do it in a specific posture. We can always change our posture and do meditation. The only condition is that our spine should be straight. And talking about time also, then I have heard this myth also that people think that there is some fixed amount of time, there is some fixed time at which we should do it. That is also just a myth. There is no fixed time to do it. We can do it whenever we want, whenever we feel like to do meditation. So it's all up to the person who is doing it. So to start meditation, the first thing that we should do is after keeping our spine straight is try to focus on something certain in front of our eyes. Anything, not necessarily light or object, anything, or even a plain wall will do. So just try to focus on a plain wall with some thing like a dot or something like that, like just for a while. Talking about my case, then when I did it initially, then I did it for 5 to 10 minutes, but then it decreased and now I just do it for 10 seconds. So first of all, what we gotta do is just focus on that point, and then we need to defocus from it. First focus on it and then start to see it, but in a blurred way, like blurring that object. using our eyes. You can say some accommodation thing of lenses go on, but we need to do this only. This path that I'm telling is the best one I have found out with my experience, and this is the simplest one that I found out. That is why I'm telling this. There are other ways, you can try your own. After doing this thing of focusing on an object and defocusing, we just require to close our eyes very calmly and very slowly, not very fast and not very too much of force, like closing abruptly, very calmly. And after closing our eyes, we should take care that we should not focus on moving our eyeballs up or moving our eyeballs down or moving it around. Just leave your eyeballs. Don't even think about your eyeballs. After closing your eyes, we should not think that where our eyeballs are going and what is going on right now. Like, we should try to calm our mind from that moment. Now this thing of keeping your mind calm can be very tricky for new ones or the beginners. So what you can do is you can try to move your mind attentions consciousness to some point that is always there, that is constant, that is your breathing. So that is why mostly people say to focus on breathe. So what you can do is put your full consciousness, put your full mind, put your full focus of your body in, not on your eyeballs, on your breath properly. Just feel how the wind, how the air is going in, how the air is going out, and do it slowly and properly. If you want, you can feel how it is going through your nostrils, then your windpipe and all this stuff, but it's very hard to do it until a certain stage. Don't ever try to force on something in meditation. If you are feeling like doing it, if you are doing it properly without any pressure on your mind, then only do it. Just calm yourself and focus on your breathing for a while. Talking about my case, and I again did it for like 5 to 10 minutes, I don't remember, and now I don't do it for long. It all happens very quickly after all this time. And it's not like it always happens this time. It is a very dynamic thing. It's nothing like static that once you have done this and then it will be fast or slow. It is a very dynamic thing. It always changes and happens with different conditions. After some time we can control the conditions on which it is based on, and that is why we can do it much more efficiently. Now there are some other steps also, some other stages also, some other processes also, but that I'm skipping, because if you do these two steps very properly, and as I mentioned, then you can achieve the things that you will achieve by those processes, by those stages. So after doing this, you can directly jump to detaching your body from yourself. This process is like a typical one of this first round, you can say. It is most typical one in which I too stuck for like months, and a typical one I have read about some other people, they have also been stuck in this for years, so you are not required to focus it. So the thing that you gotta do is detach your body from yourself. You can choose any other way, there are many other ways, and I won't suggest you to go and read about those ways somewhere. I would suggest you to find them by your own, because it's your own body. You should not believe on some other person who is just saying it. The main thing that detaching your body should be constant. How you do it is all up to you. The thing that I used, that was good for me, that worked for me, I'm telling you that if you want, you can follow that. So the thing is, to attach your body, first you gotta feel your body properly. So what you can do is, as now your consciousness, your full focus, your full mind was on your breathing, how you're breathing. Now you move it properly and calmly to some specific part of your body. If you want, you can do it in order. So first you move your consciousness, your mind to your toes, because they are the downmost part. So first focus on your toes very properly, very calmly. Just feel your toes, just toes, no other body part. Properly feel it, and you gain a kind of control on it, in which you can move it, but you will not move it because it's not your body part. It's something like that. It's a feeling kind of thing, you can say, at some level. So just try to feel your toes properly, and then like this only, after feeling it properly, that I have some toes and here are they in my body and all the stuff, just detach it from your body. Like think of it, you can say, at some level imagination, but not really imagination, because if you go in imagination, then your mind might create some images and thoughts and stuffs, and again you will be completely distracted by the things that you have gained till now, like by focusing on breath. So use it some other way. If imagination works for you and you can control it properly, then you can use imagination also. I said whatever works for you. Properly focus on your toes and detach it from your body. Like you have no toes, you cannot, after detaching, you cannot feel your toes. Anything happens to it, you cannot feel it. People take a lot of time. I took a lot of time. After doing for several times this thing, you will properly gain good control over this thing, so you can do it as many times as you want. But this is the next possible step, you can say, if you want to call it, to properly complete the stage 1. This is the last. It is not that discreet as I'm talking about, but yeah, I cannot find any other way to explain the things much more easily. So first you got to do, focus on your toes, remove it, and then do this thing till your neck. Like focus on your foot and remove it, focus on your leg and then remove it, focus on one body part one day or one time, you can say, and then remove it from your body. Like disconnect it somewhere, somehow, whatever you feel better. Like disconnect it, you cannot feel your body. And when you will reach final level of this thing, of this stage, then you will not be able to feel your whole body properly. When you will be in that at the end of the stage 1, you will be just sitting properly, calmly, with your thoughts focusing on your breath somewhere, and there will be no body with you. You will not be able to feel your body. Your body will feel hot and all the stuff, hot, cold, or some other stress, but you will not feel it that much. You will feel it some level, but not that much. So this is the, you can say, end of this thing of knowing this, how that have we detached our body or not. We will not properly feel it. Now in this between, my friend said, what about spine? My spine is paining now after keeping it straight for long. Then again, as I said, there is no pain if you don't focus on it properly. If you, like right now, your focus should be on your breath and your body parts. So if you focus on your pain properly right now, then your pain will like start increasing. It is a different stage, it's a different thing, I'll talk about that later. But right now you should not try to focus on your pain. If the pain is there, try to keep your spine straight as much as possible, and try to focus on the toes and stuff. So once you have done that, detaching your body from yourself. So after doing that, you gotta focus on the pains that you are having in any part of your body. You will have pain in your spine initially, or wherever you have. Try to feel the pain and embrace it, and then after some time you will find it that there is no pain. And after coming over that pain, you will find a relief, not only from that pain, but you will feel some other stuff also in your body and some other good conditions in your mind if you are properly doing it. And okay, so after this detaching stuff, one intermediate step that you can take is of focusing on your heartbeat, because there is a basic structure. If you can find out a basic pattern that is going on, so firstly you are putting your focus outside your body, then you are focusing on your breath, and then you are focusing on your body, and then when you are again like jumping to this stage of focusing on your pain and understanding it, this understanding it is a new part, so you need something to connect it. So if you want, you can use this method, because I use it to focus on your heartbeat. There are some scientific reasons, but I'm not gonna mention it. So you should focus on your heartbeat in intermediate steps, that it will help. There are other ways you can you can gain control over your focus to understand things also from an observer effect. But if you don't find another way that is useful for you, then you can use mine one, to focus on your heartbeat. It helps. There are some fancy terms about all these things I'm talking about: detaching your body from yourself, focusing on this part, focusing on pain, understanding pain. In our Veds of Hindi and other stuffs of generic meditation, it is called awakening, like when you focus on pain or something like that, chakras and all this stuff. So these are just terms. You must focus on the thing that is going on with your body. If you want, again, you can read about them if you want to get some information and knowledge about that, and how these things has been written and portrayed in our culture, or how these things are written and portrayed in mythologies and all this stuff. These all things have different and fancy names there. I have used these names like detaching your body from yourself, not this, because I find these names much more relevant to the time we live in and the words we use in our daily language. The names that they have given were useful and relevant to the time they were in. So that is what I did. Okay, so all what you did right now, what I talked about right now, can be considered as just stage 1 of meditation, because when I was doing it initially, then I had no idea what these things are and what these things were. And just so that common people can understand properly, can feel these steps properly, can perceive these things properly, I have made these stages and levels and steps kind of thing. But it's all a very continuous process. There is nothing discrete as I'm talking about, but I did not know any other way to explain it properly. So all what you did right now was just stage 1. After this, 2, 3 and 4. Talking about stage 3 and 4, then they are not that easy and that form to explain in words and to convert in steps, that as I have done these first two can be. So all I talked about right now is the first one. Now there are 3 more, so I'll make a video about 3 and 4 someday later, because I don't feel it right now and I'm not even properly made it in a form to tell, to explain. So till now what you have done is prepared yourself to get into your inner worlds. You have disconnected yourself from the physical existence in every possible way, and after doing this thing properly, after being able to control your focus, then only you can go to your inner world. You have already known some stuff about external world, so the stage 1 that is about dissolving your external world properly, external existence properly. The second stage is about going and understanding your inner world, because you have not really gone into it till now properly. You can say introspection in some sense, but a bigger level of introspection. And the third level is dissolving your internal existence too. And then stage 4 is like combination of all these things and something greater than just dissolving, understanding and knowing. It is something greater than all those stuff, and that is the final stage. And meditation ain't any destination to reach, it is the path we can use to reach different destinations. And after reaching that destination, people call those destination as spirituality, enlightenment and all this stuff. So knowing who you are is actually the ultimate aim, but the answer to that question can only be properly felt. The essence of can be properly felt, the answer can be properly known from yourself only, not from some external person, when you will properly be able to come out of stage 4. As I said, it's not discrete as I'm talking about, it's not as continuous as I'm talking about, and it's not really coming out of stage 4, because there is no out of meditation. You can never complete meditation or series, it's a very different thing, but you can understand in some other form. So after stage 4 only you can properly get that answer from yourself only, not just from any other religious book or any other person who have done all the stages or have achieved these things. Also, one very important tip that you all should follow it, that you should always do all the stuffs along with your biology. You cannot violate whole of the biology. These all things that I'm talking about, stage 2, stage 3, stage 1, these all have fancy words in mythologies, in books and all that, but as I said, I want to use words that are relevant to these days, to the time we are living in. And you can say English in some sense, but language is just a way to communicate, it's not the main thing. And yeah, there are some risks also. There is not just good side of meditation. If you don't do it properly, you don't handle it properly, you'll have to face some bad parts of meditation also. It happens there, everything has some side effects, and the side effects of the first stage is not that much. The more bigger stage you go in, and if you do something wrong in the bigger stage, then more severe side effect you will have. Like in stage 2, if you do something wrong, if you like get into some wrong tracks, then you'll have to face existential crisis. So thank you for listening this thing, thank you for being with me, and I'll make videos about stage 2, stage 3 and stage 4 later on, if you all say, if you all want. And yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you, have a good day, enjoy.